So in this session, we will create the pop-ups for income. So for that, select the finance tracker app, click on insert, add one horizontal container. Okay, so let's rename it to pop-up, set its X property to 0 because we need to provide some blur effect. So I want this pop-up should start from 0 to X and Y, and then width and height should be parent dot width and parent dot height. Parent dot height. So one more thing I want is this should give some blur effect. So in the fill property, so I'll provide RGBA 169, 169, 169 and 0.75. So if you use this color code in the fill, so it will give an blur effect. So that means when someone clicks on add button or clicks on this edit icon, so there should be a blur effect and pop-up should appear. So now I want this pop-up should be visible only when someone clicks on this plus icon or this edit icon. Okay. So what we'll do is, so I'll create one variable. Okay. So on the click of this, I'll choose on select. I'll create one variable set boolean income form. Okay. So here I'll write true. That means someone clicks on this plus icon, this income form should be visible to true. So here in the pop-up, I'll use this variable visible B income form. All right. So now as there is no value in the B income form means it's false. That's why this pop-up has been disappeared. Okay. If I click on here, so you can see we got some blur effect. Okay. So here we will add some dialog. There we will disable it. Okay. So as of now, so let me add one more container within this. Okay. So we will create the income form. So I'll add one more container over here. I'll write horizontal containers. I'll rename this to income form because we will be creating the income form over here. I'll set it center. So I'll change this color to light color, which is our theme color. Okay. So I'll go to its fill, app colors, load, light color. Okay. So now we need to change its width and height. So I need its height is around 400 and width I don't need its flexible width as of now. Let's set its width. Okay. So I want this should be display in the center. So I'll add top padding to 20, bottom 20. Okay. So I'll choose it as center. So we need to increase the height. So let me increase the height to 400. So in the parent section, set it to center. Okay. So now this came into center. So now we can create the income form over here. Okay. So somewhat I think width is still less. So let's add 1000. Okay. So here we will create the income form. All right. So for the income form, the first section should be the income header, and below that we will provide all the fields like office, income source, income estimated, etc. Okay. So for the first part, I'll add one container so that it occupies the full space. So I'll select this and insert one horizontal container. Okay. So I need to align at top. So I'll set this minimum height 50. Container down. Remove border radius. Remove drop shadow. So I need to remove this padding. Let's change to custom. So here we need to add one label which is income. So let me add that. Insert text label. Change this to income. Make it lato. Center lined. I turn the flexibility on so that it becomes center lined. Okay. And let's change its color. So here I go to its color property. App colors. Dot. Dark color. And I'll turn this bold. So here we have added this label. So here minimum height is 100. So let me reduce it to 50. All right. So we need to, as you can see, this is align center. In the income form, you need to choose this vertical start. so that this align to top. Okay, so apart from this label, so you need to add one icon so that you can close this dialog. So here select this container 14 and insert one icon. Okay, so this icon I want to give it cancel and set its width and height 30 and width is, let's make it 40. Okay, and this color should be the theme color, so let me change that. App colors dot dark color. Okay, so let me add some padding on the right side because it's moving to right side. I'll add 20 padding. Okay, so now this looks fine. So now we have added the income header over here. Okay, so this one, let me remove the cap. So this top heading. Okay, so now it's more aligned to top side. Okay, so now we need to add the another labels and the remaining form. Okay, so that will add in the income form. Save and publish it. So that's all about this session. In the next session we will complete this income form. Thank you. So select the income form and add one label. So I'll change it to office, make it Lato, make it bold, and color I'll change it to app color. App colors dot. So here add one more. So this one is office. So now we need to add one drop down. So we will populate the offices. Let me reformat it. So for item we will provide as office master. So we will choose em underscore office master. Okay, so we got it here, all the offices Delhi, Gurgaon, Bangalore and Pune, and set its height to 30. Let's make it to center. So as of now keep this width as it is because we will dynamically set the width of it. Okay, so for selection color, so we have a selection field color, app colors dot medium color, and the chevron color also, chevron background will also change to medium color, chevron background dot medium color. Okay, let's make it font size to 10 and also change the border to 1 and this border color to our app color. I'll copy this. Now let's save and hover back. So this one is hover background. You also change the pressed field. Alright, so now we have formatted this one. So now we need to set its width so that we can display all the controls. So left side we can display the label and right hand side we can display the drop down. So here let's change this width to dynamically. So we will set it to parent dot width divided by 3, and for this drop down we will set remaining width. So we will set as parent dot width divided by 2. So once we will complete this, then we will check the responsiveness and set the width as per the device. Okay, so let me add the remaining labels. Control B. So this time I'll add income source. Okay, so I'll choose this drop down. So let me rename this to as well. DDL dot down list office income. Okay, so I'll add paste it. So this one is DDL income source inc. Okay, so here we need to provide the income source. So I'll choose the separate one. So here I'll provide the income source master. So here you got the option, the type of income, whether hospital, lab, pharmacy and all. Okay, so let me add the third label, change this to particular. So change this to income receiving date. Okay, so now I need to add a calendar. So I'll select this one, insert date picker. So I'll choose the new date picker. So this one I also need to set the width. So I'll select this one, go to its width property and set parent dot width divided by 2. So now we have, so let me reformat this one. So I'll change the appearance to outline. Okay, so the gray effect has been removed and we need to change the border. I'll change the border color to app colors dot medium. Yeah, this one is fine. So now let's add the another one. Next is the particulars. So I'll copy this one, paste it, particulars. So this time we need to add a text box. So select this one, insert text box. I'll choose this text input. Okay, set its width, parent dot width, divide by 2. So we need to format this one. So I'll change this to Lotto, font size to 10. Height should be 30. Make it 1. And this border color should be our theme color. Border color. Medium. Remove this one. We also need to remove this hover border color. This one hover border color, I'll copy the same. And border radius is on. So next we will add mode of income. So I'll copy this one. So here I'll change mode of income. So I'll copy this one. Mode of income. Okay. So here I provide some hard code values because I need to provide the income mode. So that will be cash. It can be bank. It can be adjustments. It can be credit card. It can be UPI or it can be others. So after that we need to provide the amount. So I'll copy this one, change this to amount. Amount we need text box. Okay, copy this one. TXT amount underscore INC. Then the last one is the invoice number. Okay, so below to that we need to add one save button. So to add save button, so let me add one more container over here in the income form. Click on insert, that one horizontal container. Okay, so I'll set its height to 40. All right, so here we need to add one button. So I'll click on here, add button. All right, so this we need to format again. Set it height to 30. Set it font size to 10. Font to Lato. Semi bold. So this one is the fill color. Change this to save. Keep it this one on. So for this container, remove the border radius. Drop shadow to none. Okay. So let's set the equivalent padding. Okay. So here the padding is 10. So let's make consistent padding to 5 for each of the controls. Okay. For this one as well, and keep it 5. For this one as well, this one is 5. So let's try to run it. So you can see this one looks fine. So let's try for the iPad. Let's change the orientation. So here there is some issue, like we need to set some padding in the left side. Okay, so let's see the mobile view. Okay, so here we need to change the settings. So what we have to do is we need to change the size of this container. Okay, so for this pop-up, so we have this income form. For this income form, so let's change the width. Okay, it's 1000. So we need to check the screen size and set the width as per that. Okay, so here I'll write if finance tracker dot size. Okay, if size is less than equal to screen size dot small, that means this one is a mobile device. So the width should be, we will keep only one column layout. So we will say parent width. So I'll keep 50 as padding size, comma, if finance tracker dot size, if it is equal to screen size dot large, so it should be equal to parent width. So I'll make it -100, hence parent width dot, so let's make it -300 for the rest of the cases. Okay, so let's try it out. So you can see the layout is perfectly fine for the mobile device because they have actually reduced its size. Okay, so if we see for the iPad, yeah, this one is also fine. All right, so this form looks better in the responsiveness as well. So either we see in the tablet or we see in the mobile device. Okay, just we need to see the width. So what we have done is, let me recall it again. So when the screen size is small, then the width of this should be the parent dot width, means the mobile size. So what is the mobile width? So we have taken that and added minus 50 just for the buffer. Okay. And if its screen size is larger, that means we are on the tablet, then it should be parent width minus 100. So we have added more spaces. For the rest of the cases, we have added parent dot width minus 300. Okay. So this ends of our income screen dialog box. Okay. So in the next session, we will add the functionality for the income. Thank you. You can download the PowerApp template directly from the link in the description and start using it. So in close function, we need to set this visible property to false. Okay. So we have created a variable. So this be income form. So we need to set this form to false on this select. Okay. So let me go to on select property and set this variable to false. So that means when someone clicks on this cross icon, this dialog box should disappear. So now what we have to do is, when someone will click on this edit icon, so all these values should be populated in the variable so that we can take those values in the editable form. So on click on this variable, so I'll remove that. This should be true because this form needs to be visible. So here what I am doing is, so first I am just setting income form is true. That means this dialog box should appear. Okay. And then I'm getting this amount from grid to this amount variable, income ID to the income ID variable, and the office name, income receiving date, invoice number, income source, mode of income, particulars, and the income save button to update. So with this income save button, I'll set this text property of that button to this variable to analyze whether this form has been opened for adding new record or updating existing record. All right. Okay. So in case someone clicks on add icon, so I need to reset all this variable to blank so that our form should appear blank. Okay. So on this icon. Okay. So here I have set is income form is true. So income save button should be saved and income edit ID is 0. Amount is blank. So this one is not required. And office name is blank, income receiving date blank. So I just reset all these variables. Okay. So now on the save button, so let me open this. So in the save button, let me add some code. So I'll select the text property and here instead of save, I'll mention B and income save button. Okay. So in the save button on click, so let me explain this code. So if income save button is update, that means we are updating the record. In that way, we need to fetch the corresponding record ID for the selected income ID. Okay, so that we will be done by the lookup. So lookup here will provide the table name and this income ID is equal to income ID. So this will fetch the corresponding record ID where which we are going to update it. And here we are just populating and here we are just populating these value from this fields. So amount and office ID selected. So this will get the selected office ID to office ID and income source will be populated here and date picker to selected date will come in the income receiving date. Particulars will come here and invoice number and transaction date. Okay. So in that way, when user clicks on it, if the button text is update, so this will update and it will notify records updated successfully. All right. Otherwise, it will insert a new record. So here we provided default, which will be used to insert a new record in the table. And we have fetched all the control value to these variables. Okay. And then after that, we just refreshing all the variables. And here, this one should be records inserted successfully because this is a save functionality. And here just we are resetting the variables. Okay. One more thing we have to do is on the default property, we need to set it on the default. We need to set office name and here income source default income source and for income receiving date go to its selected date income receiving date and for particulars set its value property or text property, sorry. Set its default property to M particulars. Similarly, mode of income, go to its default M mode of income, then amount, default amount, and the last one is invoice number, M invoice number. So during the edit form, so all these variables will populate these controls with the selected record. Okay, so let's try to run our application. So let me close that. I'll click on add. So now the form is open in the add mode. So we have a save button. So I'll go to select Gurgaon, income source lab software. I'll choose income state 14, particulars, test income, mode of payment bank, amount 21,000, invoice INV 21,000. Okay, click on save. So recording set it successfully, and if you see in the bottom, so as the lab software 21,000, it's inserted perfectly. Okay, so let's check for the edit. So click on edit icon. So this one is populated correctly with our values. Gurgaon lab software, December test income bank 21,000. Okay, so let's change this to 15, test income to change bank to cash, and 21,000 to change to 25,000, and invoice change to 25,000. Okay, now the button text is update. So this hover color is coming as blue. We will change that. Click on update. You got a message record updated successfully, and correspondingly our value got changed. It's lab software now 25,000 and INV 25,000. So let's change this value. So let me see how it looks like in the mobile. Yeah, this looks perfectly fine. Let's open it in the canvas size. Yeah, this one is also fine. Okay, so let's change the button color. On hover it's showing as blue color. Select this, go to properties. This one is the hover fill. Okay, we need to change that. Go to hover fill, app colors, dot, we'll say medium color. Now it's fine. Okay, let's run it. In the mobile, yes, this one is fine. So this complete our income section. So we are left with the delete functionality. So that we will do in the next session. Thank you.